With these gas prices doing what they're doing, it makes you want to pull your hair out, but you need to know who to blame, and I'm beginning to think that it might actually be us, because gas costs the same. The reason gas prices are high are because of oil prices. So before you start worrying about who's gouging you, look in the mirror. You know, normally around this time of year, we start to think about that increase in summer gas prices. And there are two things that happen in summer that change what we pay for gas. The first is that summer gas and winter gas are two different chemical mixes. There are different things that go into it. So you have to get rid of all your winter gas. You got to reformulate it. You got to get new gas delivered. And it's a different kind of gas. But more importantly, this is a driving nation. And typically we drive more for fun, for leisure, when summer comes around. I mean, most people understand the simple supply and demand equation, but these are not normal times. So we have been seeing an increase in the price of gas that has nothing to do with new summer gas and nothing to do with an increase in supply. It's entirely got to do with the price of a barrel of crude oil, which is ultimately the biggest influencer on the price of gas in America. Most of it is how much oil costs. And then there is an expense for marketing and distribution of that gas, for refining of the gas, a little margin that goes to the retailer, and then a chunk that goes to the states and the federal government. So gas is made up of a lot of things. Most of those proportions have not been increasing. The only part of the price of a gallon of gas that's been increasing is the cost of crude oil, which has been going up for over a year now. The price of oil is a commodity. Part of it is supply and demand, and the other part of it is speculation. Some people think there's a better investment in oil than in other things. So they buy oil futures, not because they'll ever need oil, but because they can make money off of it. Oil is priced the same way no matter where it is in the world. There's one price, whether you get it from Canada or you get it from Saudi Arabia or you get it from Russia or you get it from Kazakhstan. Oil is priced at a market price. The world determines how much you're going to pay for oil. So when there is unrest, the concept, the psychology that says we may have problems getting oil is enough to start moving the price of oil higher and higher. When oil is selling for, and it has been in the last decade, $15 a barrel, the oil company doesn't make a lot of money. They've got a lot of set expenses. When oil is selling for $50 a barrel, $80 a barrel, or $100 or more like it is now, the oil company gets the benefit of that extra money per barrel of oil, because it doesn't cost them more to get a $100 barrel of oil than it does for a $50 barrel of oil. Now, their argument is don't talk about our profits when oil is high, because we don't control the price of oil, and when oil goes low, we still have to produce it. In most cases, the gas station or the retailer is free to set their own prices, but generally there are lots of gas stations around, so they've got to set a price that people will come to them and buy gas at. If there's a gas station across the road that's $3.75, then if you're selling it for $3.89, you're not going to get customers. Now, there are always examples of gas stations that are a one-off. There was one in Orlando, which interestingly is right on the way to the airport after you've been at Disney or one of the theme parks, and they were charging over $5 because once you get there, you realize you got to fill up your tank before you give your rental car back. That's the kind of example of gouging. I like off-roading, so I have a big Nissan Xterra that drinks altogether too much gas. I really love it. It's not effective for me to get rid of that and get a new car, but when I do buy my next car, it'll be a lot more fuel efficient. I will tell you, though, I even things out a lot. I take the subway when I'm in New York, and I have a motorcycle, so I save a lot of gas on that. So I suppose, on average, I come out to being the average consumer in the United States.